into a change for the righteous. The righteous, who is the righteous? The righteous is the obedience of the Most High, the living God. Righteousness don't have nothing to do with being stiff, being still, being just not being able to live. Because when Christ was here, Christ Yeshua, Yeshua, he drank wine with his meal. And the Bible tells us, Father have told us we could drink wine for our stomachs, for the help in digestion, digestion when we eat. There's nothing wrong with drinking wine, and every now and then having a strong drink, but not a drunken, not a person that drink gallons of heavy, toxic alcohol daily. That ain't what it's supposed to be. Or wine bottles a day. No. He said drink a glass with your dinner. You could drink a glass with your lunch or whatever. But that's beside the point. I just want to run the righteous part by you. That's one thing you could do. Look how nice that is to have how God gave us that we could drink wine. The end, just because he told us in his word to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Is no people on this earth supposed to worship no other made up deity, God, or fallen being on this whole entire planet. That came only because of the downfall of Adam and Eve and everything that was taken from them. Why we are up under the regime of man. It never supposed to have been that way. Then remember, they changed the Sabbath. King Constantine the Great, 321 AD, from Sunday, he changed the Sabbaths. 7 day of the week, Saturday. God, original day, he gave you the 12 tribes of Judah and Israel. To the first day of the week is Sunday. That is not a day you're supposed to worship. Now, see, that's what I'm trying to show you what righteousness is. Only the righteous, he said, gonna walk into the golden city or walk into eternity. You don't have to been right this minute knowing this, because you didn't. A lot of people didn't. But now that you know, it's time to keep God's Sabbath day. It's time to not have any other God before him. Meaning people, pleasures, your work, your home, your children, putting everything over God. Only the righteous is gonna make it. That means people who have been sinning all this time, they gonna repent. That's what it means, to repent for all your bad ways, action doing, and give up committing adultery, stealing, killing, raping, robbing, murdering. Even if you're in prison for a crime, repent for those crimes so that you can come out, because you will come out of those places. Everybody, I don't care how many billions on this earth, got to come out of every situation they are in and be judged. And you go into your eternal abode, your eternal home. You're not going to always just be here. You are actually going to another place, even if it's another frequency, another realm. Everybody. So that's why I say our prisoners, all these the young teenage boys are having homosexual desires and think that you're not doing nothing wrong because you pumping on another young man at your school, hiding in the gym, behind in the woods, whatever, wherever you're doing in the bathroom for that few seconds. You must repent because you are up of age. God do say at 13, that's the bar mitzvah, and bar mitzvah, that is when teenagers become a privilege to adulthood, meaning they not really adults, but God hold them accountable because they got their own mind. They can think. That's why children, when they kill and stuff, they sentence them. They try them as an adult because that's what God said, 13 and up. So all children, the 13 years and up, you must repent and ask God to forgive you. This is not a game. This is not a joke I am playing with. I am playing with, I mean, I'm not playing at all. I am dealing with trying to not harm anyone, hurt anyone, but to get my people, the 12 tribes of Israel. I know I cannot save you, but I can give you the tools to get your salvation, to get you on the right track, to get you to be interested in studying, seeking, reading the Bible, or praying out to God, repenting for your sin. It don't matter about what people think about me, saying that I take on too much. I'm holding on to the Titanic cuff. I'm cuffing myself to the Titanic because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to make it. So I'm trying my best to get in many people with the knowledge. Why would I do that? That is an order just because the Caucasian Gentile world, the nation and races, do not understand spirituality at all. You teach God people on this earth in churches. That is not any spirituality. You not teaching anybody salvation. You're not teaching anything. I am the divine daughter, and my spirit is in a body. That is transcendent now, but in the past it have been in many bodies that were killed on this earth, trying to get the truth out the same way I'm doing now. So how in the world would you think I'm tied to some Titanic because I'm afraid? Afraid of what? I'm not going to see my Father. Why would my Father in heaven let me go through all this just for me to be lost? That because you going to be lost. That because that's in Obadiah that your whole race is going to be stubborn. But the ones who repent and come up under the leadership of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel and righteousness, they going to be a part of the earth, but not over anybody. The white Caucasian races on this earth will never, never, ever, no other races either, will be over anything, any planet, any righteousness, any kind of spirituality ever again, because you up under the so-called spirituality, the dark spirituality of the fallen beings, and you want to try to tell me that I'm holding on to Titanic because I don't believe. I won't even be on this. Why would I waste my time? I'm not getting a dime for this. I get up every day. I have to put up with all this filthy abomination, horrors of witchcraft. All these dumb idiots to keep putting all these nasty, loud, and rotten spells on me. You be judged today. That's what you be. You going straight to the lake of fire. Don't every one of you. That put yo filthy, you just did it yesterday. You keep putting them evil spirits out near my home so that when I walk out there, they think they're going to possess me. You have done your filthy works, and you will pay for what you have done to me. And it starts today. All you have done is you're going to lose everything you got. Even your life, but you got the spirit going to suffer for eternity. Because I'd ask you to leave me alone. You won't do it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. And you keep doing it. I don't have time for this rotten mess. You had 6,000 years, and your 6,000 years is up, and you still think you're going to force God's hand to give you more time. Instead of you arming yourself, racist nation, coming up on a lifted God, righteous children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, up only the righteous, not no bunch of men, Hebrews like think they can have every wife, every young woman, every teenage. You ain't finna come in God's kingdom with that mess either. You're not gonna be a part of anything righteous with a mind to think you just is sex about having women. But that's why we in this rotten, crazy mess now. Because of your rotten sex organ that you think there's so much. You gonna have men and wives. That's all you think about. You the ones who keep thinking like that and say that you will not be in God's righteous kingdom. It ain't nothing wrong with it if it's righteousness, I guess. But when your mind is greedy and filthy and on sex all the time, you're not gonna be that either. Righteousness is not that. Righteousness when you got your mind on the living God, like Enoch. You ain't heard no Enoch married to no 1,500 people, no 5, no 2. He had one wife and had children. And he went with God. The reason he went with the living God is because he was righteous. But these dirty, low-down black men on this earth thinking nobody could teach them nothing. Nobody could do nothing. All these rotten, Sunday worship black, a homosexual preacher, even if you ain't no homosexual. You're teaching wrong. You're teaching Satan Day. You're teaching on Sunday. You're teaching, you having all this idolatry. It's time for to come out of this ugly, nasty trash. Now you want to say, I'm tied to the doggone Titanic. Even if I was, you can't do nothing about it. I am here to do a job, and my job is to wake up these ignorant black niggas who don't want nothing but sin in their life. You think I'm wrong talking about homosexuality. You think I'm wrong talking about stealing, killing, raping, robbing, murdering. There's all this filth, that foul adultery, everything rotten that is. You want to cut my arteries, you take off my stuff. All these people talking about the jab, this, that, you take my stuff down like it ain't nothing. Like that, but y'all promise you, that day is coming. You have tried to get rid of me. Even if you do, your time is still going to be up. My spirit is eternal, and I'm still that eternal being from billions of years ago. How you going to destroy me? How I'm going to go down with the doggone Titanic. I'm hooked to the Titanic, and my spirit ain't of this world. That's a body going down to the Titanic, not the spirit, the living spirit. Anyway, on that I could tell y'all it best to repent and try to seek out the living God instead of all this filthy, foul playing around that you think you got so much time. Because when that day comes, I ain't got to worry about not one Edomite, not one Gentile, not one race, one nation. They're going to be around me because me and my Father is one. And I am going to be in paradise with my Father. I'm not going to worry about this little teeter taser, ball, a little low area that we live on right now. It is time for righteousness. It's time to stop this foolishness. It's time to come together and do the will of the Heavenly Father. Anyway, I am Mary Magdalene Sophia Christ Mary, and I am talking about how the righteous is going to come out of this whole thing, not the wicked. All unbelievers, you are all doubters. Only thing you are is lukewarm, and God go spew you out of his mouth. You think you being still. You think I ain't no do nothing about no command. I'm gonna go, you listed it like, I love this going on, this battle going on. You ain't trying to find out, oh God, you letting this lady, she going through all this hell, trying to bring forth the truth, not getting paid a dime. Nobody is supporting her. Yes, I got my heavenly host and invisible angels. I ain't got, but on this earth, not one person. I have nobody that really bag me. Yes, I have people that saying and I'm very appreciative of that offering and praying for me and have love for me, and I love you with all my heart. And I bless each one of you that bless me. But all who curse me, all is cursed this day, and everything will be taken away from you. I am Mary Magdalene Sophia Christ Mary. I am going to do part 2.